Now, I do have with me Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane. I want to quickly go into conversation with you about this particular process. This is the first of its kind, and it's beginning with you. Talk to us about how you're feeling, first of all.
I'm feeling okay. We are ready as the team to proceed with the matter. Remember, I was accused that I'm busy delaying the process, the Stalingrad process, but I think my legal team or my counsel has shown the committee that we wanted to make sure that the process is very much fair. And being fair because they are also supposed to act within the parameters of the Constitution and the rule of law. So if it was according to them or those rules which were drafted, I wouldn't be having this legal representation. But then because we wanted to make sure that the court assists us, and indeed they've assisted, it's so unfortunate that even currently I can't exercise my rights as the public protector of South Africa. As you know that my suspension was rushed, and that's why my counsel is also asking these members of parliament who are representing the people that if they say they would want the process to be fair, was that also very fair, the issue of the suspension and the interference by the chairperson and the speaker in also how the office should be operating, especially on the issue of challenging the suspension, on challenging the personal cost issue. So, but then what I would say is we are ready, and I want to make sure as well that we dispense of the process as quickly as possible. And I think it will also give me an opportunity to, take the public into confidence, especially, the witnesses will give their evidence and we will have to cross-examine or clarify issues which were out there in the public, and from our side we will also then have to produce evidence. And I like it because the process is inquisitorial, unlike in a court of law where it's accusatorial and it's technical. So,
talking about a court of law, will you then make also your own presentation within the committee during this process, or will you just leave it to your legal counsel, Advocate Dali Mpofu, to make submissions on your behalf?
That we'll still discuss, but I think the proper process is that I will also have to present my side of the story. The legal team will be assisting me, will be guiding me in that particular process, but then I will then be presenting my side of the story, what I found, what happened in the CX matter, what happened in the Freedom matter, what happened in the Financial Services Board, what happened in the Busasa rogue unit issues which I'm accused of. But I would indicate that this process, hence I'm saying, it's an inquisitorial process. It's not an accusatorial process like in a court of law where you deal with technicalities, where as well there's that issue of deciding not to take your side of the story. But then there it will then be clearly ventilated by myself because I have been there. I know what's happening. All along I've been represented by senior counsels. They've done brilliant work. But then I would say then it will also assist the committee members, especially the public, because I think this process as well is for the public.
Will you still be going ahead with challenging your suspension by the President?
Definitely. I mean, that suspension was very much unlawful. And there was no way where we could leave it. Remember, it's Part A and Part B. And I did that whilst in the office for the very same reason that the Part A was then interdicting that process, but Part B, we are going to deal with the nitty-gritties of the matter. As well, the court must objectively look into that, apply and interpret the law. We will proceed with this process because the court matter will be heard on the 24th.
Briefly, I know you have to go. What do you say to accusations that your tenure as the public protector has tainted that office given the litigations around you?
My performance agreement is not to win cases in court. It's only 5% of the cases we've lost. Out of the 68,000 cases, in fact, out of the 62,000 cases, we've resolved around 58,000. We got 2 clean audits as an office. So I've shown the committee as well that a lot of the cases, like your SIU and others, they've lost in court, but no one will be saying they are incompetent. How many judges have lost their judgments and the higher courts have found against them or commented negatively? Do you find them being subjected to this particular process? But I'm glad that members of the public will hear from me, and members will have to judge for themselves, not what they are being told. Thanks.
Right, thank you so much for your time, Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane, talking to us about this process and what they are hoping to get from their side, saying that this is an opportunity for members of the public to hear directly from her when she gets an opportunity to speak before the committee. I'll leave it there for now. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Athi Mtongana in Cape Town.